It's so damaging. And the Prime Minister has been deleting disparaging comments that he made about Trump.
Disproving the misinformation being peddled.
That he made about Trump.
We know, I think, overwhelmingly Australians want misinformation and disinformation to stop.
Now, the Albanese government is scrambling to shore up support in the US, in Washington, after Trump's win, with the Australian newspaper reporting that senior cabinet ministers were very confident Kamala Harris would beat Trump and that it would be business as usual for Australia.
Landslide's the key word there. This is a clean sweep.
I love it. I love it.
But you can imagine the Albanese government, how they'd be feeling. Quite nervous now.
Oh no. Oh my God, don't poop. Brakes! Brakes! Squeeze!
I think that was a pretty clear answer.
He scares the out of me, and I think it's of some concern.
Given the past comments that many of them have made about Trump. Now, Kevin Rudd, who of course is our ambassador in Washington, he's in charge of handling our critical relationship with the US. Here's some footage of what he said about Trump in the past.
He is an objective problem for the world, for the region, for my country. And Donald, as we know, is not a leading intellectual force.
Kevin Rudd is doing a terrific job.
Wrong again, idiot.
That's my style. I hope you've noticed that.
Looked at a Trump rally and how many angry white men there are in those rallies.
That's got to be racist. There's no way. I'm going to just keep it real. There's no way that is like of our culture.
It's so damaging. And the Prime Minister has been turning a blind eye to the explosion in racism that's happening under his watch.
Kevin Rudd is doing a terrific job. Showing respect costs nothing. It enriches all of us.
Hypocrite.
It says a lot about how important we regard the relationship with the United States that we appointed a former Prime Minister. No, I look forward to working with President Trump. I look forward, I've had demonstrated, I think, my ability to work with world leaders and to develop relationships with them which are positive.
The Prime Minister embarrassed over remarks where he strongly criticised Donald Trump. The comments now coming back to haunt him.
And rightly so.
Albanese was a senior Labor figure when he said that he had concerns about Trump, who was already president at the time. He also said,
Yeah, well, they're an idiot and I hate them. And they scare the SHIT out of me. Yeah, because he's not a limp-wristed loser.
But Labor is obviously worried because Rudd has been deleting disparaging comments that he made about Trump on X. Rudd said in June 2020 that Trump was the most destructive president in history. He drags America and democracy through the mud. He thrives in fomenting, not healing, division. He abuses Christianity, church and Bible to justify violence, all aided and abetted by Murdoch's Fox News networks in America. Well, that garbage has now been deleted by Rudd. And so is this tweet from February 2022. Donald Trump is a traitor to the West.
Kevin Rudd is doing a terrific job.
Or deleted. Rudd's private office said he did this to eliminate the possibility of such comments being misconstrued as reflecting his position as ambassador and, by extension, the views of the Australian government. This is embarrassing. And Albanese was Shadow Transport and Infrastructure Minister at the time. He was a senior figure in the Shorten team. He should have known better than to speak in such a juvenile fashion about the then president of the nation that Australia relies on for our national security. And for this to emerge at a time when his own government is scrambling to get in to make ties with Team Trump. Well, when you think about it,
Anthony Albanese is the worst Prime Minister we have ever had.
But really, this all just draws more public attention to what Rudd has said repeatedly in many occasions on video and on X in the past. And this is all right at the time our government, on behalf of all Australia, needs to make sure the relationship is rock solid.
And today I'll make this point, that
Kevin Rudd is not bigger than Australia's interests.
nor is Anthony Albanese's personal commitment to Kevin Rudd.
It's shocking judgment. Kevin Rudd should have known that Rudd might have to go.
I also know that
Rudd might have to go.
of course, tick tock, the clock's ticking, nothing's happened.
And the filth still continues.